Okay, here we are. And we've been having some technical difficulties. Thank you all for being patient with us. As soon as I went on and started out, my computer started freezing and locking up. I had to leave the studio and come back in. But we're good. And it's great to be with you on another Monday morning edition of Let Us Reason Together. And so we've got a great show planned for you today. I want to go ahead and bring in Eddie and Tammy Johnson, that my co-hosts from the great state of Florida. Come on and join me. And it's great to be with y'all. Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Squeeze together because somehow the layout is just a little bit different today. So we'll work through that. And so we've got, of course, our shower thoughts as normal, and we'll have the Torah portion here at the top of the hour, and then we'll be followed with the uncensored news at the next half hour. So, and we've got Sissy joining us.
Shira.
Oh, that's Shira. That's Shira joining. Yep.
Song.
She's quite just like loving where she's at, so that's good.
I'm telling you, she's a loving puppy, John. Yeah, this puppy will love you to pieces.
Well, she sure looks like a lover. That's always good.
She is. I'll tell you.
So, is she a heel biter though for strangers?
Oh no.
She would just crawl up in somebody's lap and just love on her.
You see what she just did? She just laid her head against Sammy. That's her. She is a lover, baby.
Yeah, she loves everybody.
She has the spirit of the Lord upon her. She is a lover.
But now, Sissy, on the other hand, Sissy is a little bit more typical Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that kind of runs along with the not the breed, because they're both Chihuahuas, but whether they're long haired or short haired, it seems like the long haired just are more temporal minded, and whereas the short hairs are more aggressive.
I gotta say, Papa gave us this dog, John.
Mm-hmm.
What a gift!
Yes, he did. Now Sissy said, "Oh, she's getting all the attention, so I got to get up there and get some attention too."
Yeah. You love her, Mom.
We're trying to teach Sissy to be more loving. But she's still a puppy, so she's more rambunctious.
What a thing to discuss on Cold Dough.
Well,
don't you love that?
So we'll get to Toldote here in just a little bit, and which, by the way, it is Toldote this week, and we'll get to that here in a minute. Also, I was just going to say we had a dog. Her name was Baby, and she was one that showed up at our house one day. She was underneath her van, and she had the same coloring as our Pomeranian. I was like, "What happened there?" And I looked under the van. I was like, "Wait a minute, you're not Missy, who is our Pomeranian." And so I got her out, and I think she had part Chihuahua in her, but she was a lover too. But this is why I said heel biter. We were trying to find a home for her. She was tick infested, and it was just really bad. And we got her all cleaned up, and we picked ticks off of her and dipped her twice. No. And all of that. She was really bad off. We think she was like in some maybe an older person's home, and she got out and got lost, and we couldn't find her home. We tried to find her a home, and we gave her to one lady. She was an elderly lady, and who called us a week later and said, "I can't keep her any longer." And we were like, "Why?" Because she's biting my man friend. And so what
good on her.
If she didn't like somebody, she didn't like somebody, she would go and try to bite their heel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nipper, huh?
So, and I mean, not hard, but she just didn't like them. And she wouldn't eat. She wouldn't eat for the lady for a week. And we went over there in the middle of the week and coaxed her to eat, and she finally started to eat. But she wouldn't eat after we left. So a week later, she said, "Come get her," because we told her, I said, if anything happens and doesn't work out, let us know. So we ended up keeping her the rest of her life. And so that's our part. Right? She was part Chihuahua. Yeah. But she was a long hair, and she was just like that. She loved to just get in your lap and cuddle.
Yep.
Oh man.
That's what Shira loves. Sissy's starting to get that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a sweetie girl.
Because she trains. The younger picks up from the older, and this puppy is just pure love.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
I've never been around a puppy so loving in all of my life as this little thing. And I do
dogs
love
are
it.
Great companions, they really are.
Yep.
I do. And this is
I mean, cats.
John, this is an appropriate discussion to have on Toldo if there was one.
Yeah.
Because these are what, third generation Chihuahuas with us.
Yeah, this is their third set. Yeah.
Third generation.
Good. Wow. Nice. Nice. Well, cats are great companions too. But it's on their time. Dogs are like anytime. But
John, I have somewhat to amplify on that in this upcoming Torah portion. Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Hey.
Well, it is time for us to hit some of these shower thoughts today, because I know everybody's waiting for it.
That's right.
I don't know. I'm just saying. But we like having a little bit of fun, a little bit of humor, kind of looking at the world like people don't want us to see the world. I'm just saying. All right, here we go. Here's some shower thoughts for the day. Now, of course, we don't do Christmas around here. We haven't done Christmas in well over a decade and longer. I mean, it's been a long time. But nevertheless, how about this thought for the day? Can't afford Christmas gifts for your family members this year? Bring up politics this Thanksgiving dinner and problem solved.
Amen.
You won't have much of a family left.
No.
That's right. Let's boy, I tell you what, okay, there's more to talk about that. But nevertheless, let's move on from that one. How about this one here? Uncle Sam, here's a Liberty pill to one of the masses, and it says reset and become a patriot.
Yeah.
Pill today. That's what we all need. And yeah, absolutely. Reset and become, because Klaus Schwab has wanted to say, wants the great reset and you'll own nothing and be happy. Well, we don't want to be, we don't believe in that philosophy, do we?
No.
Mm-mm.
All right. How about this one right here? Here's a thought. Here's a couple blocks here on this side. It says the wrong enemy. Okay, so keep this in mind. What's it saying? The non-rich, and then dominated by the rich. And just lots of people like to focus on the rich are the enemy. Well, no, this is the wrong enemy. Let's look at it this way. 2 blocks, it's just turned on its side. We have the rich and the non-rich. Who are they? People who use government to control you. And everybody else, which would include the rich and the non-rich, is people who allow other people to live in peace.
Yeah, really.
That's really a good way. I like that imagery right there, because it's not a domination of the rich versus the non-rich. It's about the people who use government to control us. And isn't that what society is a lot of what the battle is today, where we see just a domination of a particular group, and it's a smaller group. And yet if we think that they have dominance over us, they will.
Yep.
So anyway, just thought that was an interesting shower thought for today.
Well,
how about this
unfortunately, most of the masses that are being controlled don't realize they're being controlled.
That's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the sad part.
Yeah. This next one here is 2 paths that we can take. Die a free man, or you can die as cattle under tyranny. Which path shall we choose?
Freedom.
Well, I know which path I'm going to go down. Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, they've got those on the wrong side of the graphic. It should be
left and right.
Yeah. Let's go to
Flip
the
that
right
around.
and die a free man.
Yes, that's truth. Isn't it interesting how they call it the right, and yet a synonym for right is correct.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
However, not on this path, not that path. We don't want to die as cattle under tyranny. But
No,
okay.
sir.
How about this one? Why would a fly land on something like this? And you see a little character here and the Venus flytrap plant. And how about this one? Rats should be ashamed for falling into this trap. Of course, it's a mouse trap. And here's another trap. Bears, this is ridiculous.
Mhm.
No, in other words, be situationally aware, right? Okay. But what about this trap? A 50-year mortgage? Yes, please.
It's bad enough having a 30-year mortgage.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is. 50-year mortgage. I mean, just another way of
The bank should really jump on that, to be honest with you, because they're going to see a 5-time return instead of a 3 times return on their money.
isn't that right? Yep. And then of course these characters here, you're not making home ownership better with a 50-year mortgage. You're making debt slavery worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly. And I'm not going to show that one because that was inappropriate language for our shall we say family
Yeah, I
friendly.
might get that off of there too.
Yep. Okay. And so I'm going to take that one off, but I got more. Wait. Yes, there is more. And let me see if I can pull up the other set. That was, of course, from Robert.
John, you got him, baby.
John,
My passion covered the ground, buddy.
Get that off the screen, John.
Sorry.
Lord.
I have no idea because it covered my screen up, so I didn't know what I should. Oh, get that. It's frozen. No, be gone. That's bad.
There we go.
How's that? My computer took a while. I actually deleted it and it just froze into place.
Oh no.
Oh, goodness.
The enemy would do that, John.
I'm telling you. All right. Well, this one right here, let me see if I can zoom this one in. Is it still there?
No, I got rid of it. I got it off of you off of the stream anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Bless your past
now.
Don't use that slideshow on Sabbath for your Torah teaching.
No. Yeah, for sure. Okay, now let's bring this in. Okay. All right. So this is what I was trying to get to, and this is some more memes for you today because that one was short for the.
Can you enlarge
it? I can do it. I can enlarge it some more.
It's pretty.
Because I have to say
that. How about that?
That face shouldn't go with that body, I don't think.
Well, yeah, I mean, consider the kind of the whole picture that's being identified here. It says climate change vaccine. Climate change vaccine by sir. Okay. And the temperature dropped as soon as I got it.
Yeah, really.
Lord help us.
It is mindset.
Nothing like what really kind of speaks to the weirdness of our culture and the things that they are trying to put on us, like multiple layers here. Just saying, there's multiple layers in this meme. Yeah. All right. Okay. How about this? 97% of all scientists agree with the people funding them.
There you go.
Yeah. Yep. That is really true. And here's a meme. And it says here, we warned you about not, this is okay. So we got the mafia kind of guy, talking to a dude. And it says, we warned you about not paying your protection, Sammy. And he gets bonked on the head by a billy club. Who's a cop showing up in the picture? Oh gosh, thank you for saving me. I thought "Sir, I'm here to arrest you for tax evasion." Yeah, it's one extortion over another.
Truly.
Just saying. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Is it a one? Is it kind of like one side of the same coin?
Yeah.
How about this one here? This is kind of an interesting thing if you think about it. Of course, we got a guy here. He's sitting at a pub. Dog's drinking his pint on the bar, but he looks kind of wasted, and so he's saying the Middle East is one crazy place, huh? Well, the Middle East is one crazy place, eh? And Captain, this is London.
Yeah, really.
London.
Hey, they're still fighting in Rebecca's womb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This was an interesting video. I did watch it. It's good music, but we're not going to play it for sake of time today. But how about this one? The news is not about news anymore. It's about protecting some people, destroying others, and shoving a globalist agenda down the collective throats of America.
Yeah, that's for sure.
This is very interesting. You know, you think, why, if Project Mockingbird is still going on today, which I think it is, why? Because it's influenced by the deep state. And how in the world does the deep state still have control, give the talking points to the mainstream media? I don't know if anybody watches mainstream media anymore. I don't know anybody that watches mainstream. Well, no, let me just rephrase that. Some people watch mainstream media to see what the other people are saying. And there's a lot of boomers that still watch mainstream media. But did you realize that anything that's Generation Z and newer is Generation X and Z, millennials, they're not watching mainstream media. They're getting their news from streaming, social media. Yeah, that's exactly right. So mainstream media, I mean, I don't know why then, shall we say the Republican Party and President Trump actually would think about why would they want to use mainstream media as if to try to correct it or use it to their benefit, because nobody's watching it. Just saying. Okay, all right. So I know you guys are laughing in the background. Okay, what is this? Mom Donnie dethrones Gavin Newsom as U-Haul's top salesman.
That's too funny, John. That's too funny.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of New York flight going on. People leaving that city. A lot of people leaving that whole state. Sad to say, New York used to be Republican. They used to have Republican government. They governor, their state legislature was Republican. And look what happens when you have electronic voting machines. Let me just put it that way. All right. Who's this? Nancy on her way out. She's taking the exit. Yeah, she bowed out this last week, and so she says, "I sacrificed so much to serve my country," as she leaves Washington, behind her, as she has her bags full of insider trading, $270 million SFO, whatever that is, but basically saying, yeah, she came to make some money, and she did.
And she did.
On the backs of American taxpayers.
God have mercy.
Here's her closet, the speaker's closet. After decades of service, Pelosi finally hangs up the broom.
Yes. Truly.
Yeah. Sad.
So sad.
Goodbye, Nancy.
Yeah. I'm glad she's gone. I wish it would have happened 20 years ago.
Oh, yes.
And so here we have the Democratic leadership. Looks like they're flying in the cash cow, and it's called Left Behind. Yep.
Is that supposed to be Bernie Sanders back
Left behind?
That's Schumer.
Okay.
That's Schumer. Yep, that's it. So, all right, no calls right now. All right, hey, it's time for Torah Portion.
Torah Portion.
Is it already?
Yeah, already. Yeah, technical difficulties, and it took up our time this morning. So yeah, I hope you had some good, some laughs on that this morning. All right.
Yeah.
Torah Portion
Good,
for
boss.
today, Monday's edition. Told out.
Torah.
Good morning, everyone. We got to be real close this morning. I don't know why the cameras are messed up, but you know,
it's to bring it closer together.
Yeah, that's right.
They want closeness.
That's right. And welcome to Monday mornings, Monday mornings Torah Portion, which is Toldot, and Shabbat Shalom to those that are watching on Shabbat. And the Torah portion is Genesis 25:19 through 28:9. The prophet section is Malachi 1 through 2:7.
Malachi.
And the gospel section is Matthew 10:21 through 28.
Wow.
Can you believe this is the 6th Torah portion
since the
Sukkot? Wow. And it's named Toldot, which means generations, because of the first verse, which reads Genesis 25:19.
Okay. These are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. It says Abraham fathered Isaac.
Wow. Now that is a short genealogical list, when you say. But in the following chapters, we start to see the family tree begin to emerge.
Yes.
Isaac fathers 2 sons, Esau and Jacob. And this is the beginning of the multi-millennial struggle for possession of the birthright and promises,
which we just witnessed in the war of Israel trying to wipe out.
No, not it. Well,
Hamas.
Yes, Hamas and Hezbollah.
I mean, it's right here.
Yep. So if you've studied the Torah for very long, you are familiar with the story of how Isaac and Rebekah struggled with infertility. Perhaps after 18 years, Isaac finally seeks Yehovah about the inability of his wife to conceive. Isn't it interesting that it might be 18 years? What is the number 18 signify? High, which is life. And what happens?
Come on, body, quit burping. I'm sorry.
Genesis 25:21, please.
And Yitzhak prayed to Yehovah for a wife, because for his wife.
Not for a wife, for his
we
wife.
covered that last week.
Yeah, that's right.
Because she was barren, and Yehovah granted his prayer, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. Oh, are we paying for it today?
Then the pregnancy was so traumatic, Rebekah inquires of Yehovah herself. Genesis 25:23.
Which is the only time. I'm sorry, guys. I hate it when my body yawns. At 72, I yawn almost on willy-nilly. It says, where am I at?
You're off the screen.
And Yehovah said to her, there are 2 nations in your womb. 2 peoples from within you shall be divided. The one shall be stronger than the other, and the older shall serve the younger.
Okay.
I don't know when I should insert this bit of local information into this Torah study.
Well, wait just a little bit.
But we got a yard full of Hittites, Jebusites, Canaanites, don't we, Mama? A yard full of them.
It's called cats, and they're always struggling for
supremacy.
Yes,
always trying to usurp the one that we're covenanted with to give the land to. Right on our back porch. Every day we witness these Torah portions come to life.
That's right. So in the blessing that is, did you read Genesis 25:23?
Yeah.
Okay. The older shall serve the younger. Well, we're reminded in Isaiah 46:11 what Yehovah says, I have spoken it. I will also bring it to pass. I have purposed it. I will also do it. So from the very beginning of the family tree, we can see how Yehovah is orchestrating this struggle between, if you will, good and evil.
And I want to make a comment on this. The entire world despises the will of the Father.
That's right.
And they don't want Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob settled in that land. And they're going to try and do everything they can to keep it from coming to pass. I hope we're listening.
That's right. The Torah doesn't mention that Abraham was actually still alive 15 years into the twins' lives. The sages teach that Jacob was preparing red lentil soup, which is the traditional mourner's meal for Isaac when Esau came in from the field, famished with hunger. And as the firstborn, Esau should have been the one preparing that meal, not out hunting in the field. So it is deduced that Esau despised his birthright, selling it to Jacob for a bowl of some translations say that red stuff.
It was a good little soup, I gotta say that.
I hope it was good, but
yeah. Oh, are we still paying for it today?
Oh, are we not? So now there's a famine in the land. Isaac decides, I'll head down to Egypt. Perhaps he knew of the prophecy given to his father, Abraham, in Genesis 15:13.
And he said, Abraham, I'm looking on yours. Know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years.
So maybe Isaac was thinking, okay, well, I guess it's a prophecy. It's going to come to pass, so let's get it on.
Who knows?
But so he contemplates going down to Egypt, and on the way, he heads over to Gerar and Abimelech, just as his father Abraham did. But wait, Yehovah stops him. Genesis 26:2-5. Wait. Over here. Don't
and Yehovah appeared to him and said, don't go down to Egypt. Dwell in the land of which I shall tell you. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with you, and I will bless you. For to you and to your offspring will I give all these lands, and will establish the oath that I swore to Abraham your father.
Okay, now I'm going to interject a little bit here, where I've got the I wills really emphasize that. Okay. Verse 4.
I will give all these lands, and I will establish the oath that I swore to Abraham your father. And I will multiply your offspring as the stars of the heaven, and will give your offspring these lands. And your offspring, and in your offspring, all nations of the earth shall be blessed. Because Abraham obeyed my voice, kept my charge. Oh, baby, thank you, Father. My commandments, my statutes, and my law, my Torah.
That's right. So wait a minute. There are 6 I will statements in there. Did you notice that?
Nope.
Does that sound familiar?
Wow.
How many I will statements are in the Passover Seder?
I will. If you ain't done it, baby, you're going to do it. And don't miss this next one. Don't miss this next one. Keep this Passover.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Don't miss this next one.
I think there are also 6 I wills in the Passover Seder. So according to Blue Letter Bible, I and will occurs 6,002 times in 1,993 verses in the King James Version, including 1,921 exact phrases. Now, that's not always Yehovah saying I will, but that's a pretty strong statement in the Torah and actually in all the scripture. And
something that struck me when I go back and read where Abraham negotiated the purchase of the cave of Machpelah, I read to God, let me give it to you. And I said, now, wait a minute. Why does he have to give Abraham something he's already been given?
Yeah, really.
Abraham owned that, all of it, every bit of it. God gave it to him. He didn't owe him a penny.
Nope.
That was his land already. But being that the ites, love to usurp and steal and take things that don't belong to them,
Mm-hmm.
Abraham was gracious.
Yes, he was.
And it is interesting. It's going to be interesting to hear our Messiah's comment on that scripture when we hear him teach this Torah portion in his kingdom.
That's
Guys,
right.
we're in for a treat and a half. I hope you're excited about that.
Amen.
Because I want to know, sir, why in the world did Abraham have to buy something he already owned? Go ahead, baby.
It really hadn't been given to him yet.
It
did.
I will give this land to you and yours, and man, that included the cave of Machpelah. But go ahead, honey.
So Isaac settled in Gerar, and when the men of the city asked about Rebekah, he said she was his sister, for fear of the men killing him to take her. And just as Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rebekah were forced into separation. The bride is sequestered in a type of wilderness, being supernaturally protected from corruption or defilement with the local pagan population.
And we got one coming up for us, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Because we read that to the woman, and this is a woman about which we're talking, is given 2 wings of a great eagle that she might flee into a place prepared for her for 1,203 days.
That's right.
We got some fleeing to do, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all know this.
Yeah. And, we've talked about the 5 different levels of Torah understanding, and we always like to see how the Parsha points to Yeshua, right? Well, this is one huge shadow picture of Yeshua. Would you read Genesis?
So Abimelech called Yitzhak and said, "Behold, she is your wife. How then could you say, she is my sister?" Yitzhak said to him, "Because I thought lest I die for her."
Ooh, now, what's that statement again? What did he say? Lest I die for her? What did Yeshua do?
He died for her.
That's right. Yeshua had to die for his bride to redeem her, us,
yes,
from the curse of sin and death that was brought into this world through the fall of Adam and Chava.
Yes.
Wow. So back to this week's Torah portion. Abimelech again becomes fearful of Isaac as he or his descendants was with Abraham.
And they all know how Abraham took 300 of his men and totally obliterated 5 kings.
That's right.
Let's nail it, baby.
That's right.
Let's nail it. They say, who you did? Oh, that guy. Oh, whatever he wants, I'm going to give it to him.
Well, doesn't it also sound like Moses' instructions to the children of Israel as they were about to take the promised land? Would you read Deuteronomy 11:25?
No man shall be able to stand against you. Yehovah, your Elohim, will put the dread of you and the fear of you upon all the land where you tread, just as he has said.
To you, yes.
Ooh,
right.
Baby.
And Deuteronomy 26:11. I think that was supposed to be Genesis, not Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Abimelech warned all the people, saying, "Don't you touch that girl. Don't touch her. No.
This man or his wife.
They will surely be put to death."
Talking about anyone who touches
anybody at the house.
Yes. So, but does that happen? No, it doesn't happen. I mean, he makes this warning and he tells them not to mess with them, just leave them alone. But does that happen? No. The men of Philistia, who were the descendants of Japheth, the sons of Noah, became jealous of the success of Isaac and started harassing his servants.
This is where his crop brought back how much more than the other guys?
100%.
Come on, people.
100 times more. Oh, and where have we heard of that very thing happening in Israel today? Gaza just so happens to be the very same geographical area as is discussed in this very Torah portion.
We're right here at the same thing, guys.
Yeah,
This is what is so profound.
it is.
And only when Yeshua rules from Jerusalem will this crap stop.
That's
And
right.
I can't wait.
And what does Ecclesiastes 3:15 say?
That which has been is now. That which is to be has already been. And Yehovah requires that which is past. I hope we're listening.
Again, we're seeing this play out in the Torah portions, this theme of that which has been is now.
Mm-hmm.
And all you got to do is look at the news, and which, as John mentioned in the previous section, people aren't really paying much attention to the mainstream news. But the mainstream news doesn't really tell you what's going on.
No, they don't.
You do have to look to alternative media sources.
They lie. They
find out
obfuscate.
what is really happening over in the land. And again, it's this struggle going between Isaac and Jacob. Isaac and Ishmael, and Jacob and Esau.
Yep.
And it's been going on for 2,000, well, actually,
No,
about 4,000 years
4,000.
now.
Because, guys, this is all setting up for the massive conflict where Yeshua comes and kicks Satan's butt and establishes his kingdom.
That's right.
And the mainstream news media knows it, and they want to do everything in their power to stop it.
Yeah. So, John, would you like to come back in and talk about the Torah portion? I don't know if you were able to listen while we were discussing it, but there's so much in this Torah portion. I mean,
and I live it every day feeding these cats, and I watch these cats trying to usurp we've got a covenant with Chi-Chi. She's a mama cat, and we fed her, and it was our feeding her that all these other mongrels comes up and they try to usurp her.
Yeah, there you are, John.
So I see this Torah portion lived out on my back porch every single day.
Yeah. And our little puppies want to get out there and join them. But
And I tell them puppies, I said, buddy, you don't want to mess with them cats. They got claws that will separate your eyeballs.
Are you there, John?
Yeah, he's there.
I don't know that. Can you hear us? Hello, John.
Well, when I think about the challenges that we,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
can you see here?
Yeah, now we can.
You're
it's a little
spooling pretty
broken.
bad.
It's a little broken.
All right. Yeah.
That's a little better
Something
now.
kicked on in the background on my computer again. So we're going to get through this.
Amen,
Okay.
brother.
So, okay. So yeah, and when I would with you, just the stuff that's going on over there in the Middle East just needs to stop. I mean, we'll be glad when it's all said and done and over with. And, I think one of the things I remember back years ago, who was it? It was Hal Lindsey. Remember Hal Lindsey when I was in high school?
Oh, little Howlands. Yes, sir.
So, and one of the things that he talked about, and of course, I mean, he's a pre-rapture kind of guy and all of that, but, and which, at that point in time, I didn't know any different. I was like, this guy's got his pulse on end time stuff. And I thought it was very interesting. And I learned a lot from it and gleaned from it. And, we see a lot of that in modern Christianity where, evangelical Christianity, where they believe in a pre-trib rapture.
Mhm.
But one of the things he said, in spite of that, main doctrine that he was promoting, was that at the time of the end, that Israel would be hated by all nations.
Yep. And they are.
They are right now.
And I think that's one of the things that we have seen because of the Gaza crisis that's going on. And I have my opinions as to a lot of that, and I even gleaned some more information even this morning, but about all of that. But let me just say this: is that this whole situation, the world has turned against Israel.
Yes.
Because of the Gaza situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to necessarily, it's limited to a particular coalition within Israel. And this is where I think all of the escalations that we see within scripture are rooted in it goes all the way back. We know about the struggle between Jacob and Esau and all of that. But what saddens me is that a particular coalition is the one that has escalated the whole problem over there. And keep in mind that when you go all the way back into biblical history, Israel had good kings and they had bad kings.
Yep.
And when they had good kings, it's because they were following Torah. And when they had bad kings, it's because they turned their back on Yahweh. Right. And the destruction came upon Israel. In other words, the world hated Israel. The world came and fought against Israel. And I look at it as like what we see is history continuing to repeat themselves as people, as we see, because of what many on the evangelical side will say, oh, they're doing everything they can to protect themselves by striking out against these other nations: Iran, Syria, Lebanon, Gaza,
Yemen.
Egypt has been holding back, but Egypt has, Yemen. You think about all these enemies of Israel. What does Israel do in the midst of all of this? Well, it's the struggle of the generations. It's the struggle of a memory that will not be forgotten. In fact, one of the things that was brought out was how even now that I think Netanyahu was actually reading a book that blames the destruction of, and it was written by the rabbis, of course, Orthodox rabbis, who wrote it, that he's blaming that has this long memory of the destruction of the Second Temple, blaming it on Rome. And then the book says, well, we know that Rome was destroyed in around the 4th century. We know Constantinople, which was the new Rome, was destroyed. And now the blame is Rome is now Europe. Rome is now Western culture, and so they're Western countries, and so that is now the new enemy, according to a particular Orthodox rabbi. And this is what Netanyahu is reading. And when I think about this cultural struggle, this long history, this long memory, and you think, where's forgiveness in all of this? Whereas, history is still history. What can we now do as nations by where we can get along? There is actually a mindset in the Middle East, and you think, well, Muslims are, the natural enemy of Israel. There's a lot of Muslims now that just simply are tired of the fight and the battle, and they want to move forward and forget about the struggles of history. And you'd have to say, these are the ones that are the more secular Muslims. They don't hold to the radical Islam. And I'm not giving a place to anybody right now. I'm just saying, here's our history, and this is what's going on, because it's given us everything. It leads us to Daniel, Zechariah, Revelation, and all of these prophetic books. Enoch is talked about it. we're going into Jubilees in Walking in Spirit and Truth. It's talking about these struggles that are historical, but ultimately is the enemy has come to kill, steal, and destroy. And he wants to wipe out Jacob. He wants to wipe out all of Israel.
All right.
Yep.
Just looking
and
at
I'm
this
not limited, and I'm not limiting it to the state of Israel today. I'm just saying it's like it's everywhere.
The
Go
whole
ahead.
world.
Sorry.
That's
There's
okay.
lag time because of my computer. I apologize.
Bringing it back to the Torah portion, we see that Abimelech made a covenant of peace with Isaac. But did they obey it? Did they observe
Not
it?
just like this peace treaty that Trump did with Hamas. They didn't no more observe that in Carter's liver bills.
The Hamas has not really embraced this supposed,
and they're never going to unless you wipe every one of them out, every single one of them.
But that's why I was saying this Torah portion is showing us today's headlines.
Exactly.
I mean, there's a peace treaty supposed to be in place, a covenant of peace, but there is no peace.
No, it's a joke.
Again, it goes back to what I shared on Uncensored a couple of weeks ago. The covenant of peace is a covenant with death.
That's right. And they can't wait. Hamas can't wait to grab their guns and kill more Jews.
That's right.
Really.
Well, they're still doing it. They still are doing it.
And it's true. And so we have to look at it as this is really the prophetic battle that Hasatan actually has to destroy and to wipe out Israel. Because one of the things that Hal Lindsey said in his book was kind of interesting is that and some others have talked about it. If Hasatan can wipe out all of the generations of Israel, then Yeshua, when there's no one to Yeshua back.
Right.
So this is where we're at.
Absolutely.
Is wipe out any remnant so that there's a sea for which Yeshua is being, where people are calling out for his return. Yeah. That's the bottom line.
That's right.
What was the effect of the Gog-Magog war, Pastor? He says that all the earth may know that I am Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh. Think about it. We're not going to see Judah accept Yeshua until Gog-Magog happens and Yeshua slams Gog-Magog. That's my understanding.
And it's already time to move on to the next segment.
Okay.
Yep. Love everybody. Hope we get to see you next week. We could be a smoking hole by then.
All right. Hey, sorry, I was locked out. So, all right. Shalom. Thank you so much for the Torah portion. We're going to jump on to the other side for the uncensored news. We'll see on that way. Thank you, Eddie and Tammy, for bringing the Torah portion.
Thank you, Pastor.
You're welcome.
Torah